Hey everyone, this is Julie Murphy, and we're still working on the pumpkin. I thought I was finished, and then when I got done, I decided I want to add letters up here at the top and at the bottom. So how to do the pumpkin, the fill stitches, and all that was in a prior video. I think I'll change it on YouTube to say part 1 Project Pumpkin, and this will actually be part 2 Pumpkin additional letters. Okay, so let's go over to the screen. First thing we need to make sure we do before we start, since we're going to be scanning our pumpkin back into our system, is go up to our notepad here at the top, and we want to go over to page 9. And as long as on page 9 our background image has this delete button grayed out, we're good to go. If for some reason we had a prior image scanned in, we would want to press delete, let the system clear it out, and then we would answer OK. Now we're back at our main screen, and we are going to go into our letters. And since my pumpkin has a letter G that I pulled from number 2, I think I'm going to stick with those letters for this video. So let's choose, I'm going to spell the word happy, so we'll choose an H. Now that's bigger than what I want, so I'm down here at the bottom you can change from a large letter to a medium, and then I'm going to do lowercase. So this is uppercase and this is lowercase, and I'll spell it happy. Okay, and I've spelled it correctly, so I'll hit set. And let's go into edit. Now this is, I actually updated my machine to a 3.0 earlier today. I have not installed the upgrade yet, but one thing I've noticed is we have a couple of extra buttons that have added, and so we now have this down arrow. And with our down arrow, that's where our array is now. So we will choose array. And I want my happy to be on a curve because it's going to go over top of the pumpkin. So I'll hit this button, and do you see what it's done? It's given us this wonderful curve to our word happy. So we will say OK. And then before I go any further, I actually want to scan in my pumpkin so I can then place the happy above and the fall below. So we're going to choose this button up here, which is going to allow us to scan our pumpkin. So it says attach the frame. Now it is, and I'll say OK. I'll go back, touch this. So we're back at our screen, and we see that we have happy now sitting on top of our pumpkin. I really don't want it there, so to move it around, I can go up here to the move button, and we now have our move keys down here, and we're just going to, if you'll watch the happy as we use our move keys, you'll see it move up to on top of our pumpkin. Okay, I think I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to answer OK, and I'm going to go back and do add, and I'm going to add the letters for fall. So we'll go back into 2, and we'll touch the F, and remember it gives us a large F, and I want a medium. And then we're going to do the lowercase, and we'll do A-L-L, and we'll set. And there's our fall sitting right on top of our pumpkin. So we want to go back into edit. And remember, we now have this down arrow. We want to choose array. And this time, instead of making it curve up, I want to have it curve down. So you see what it's done there? It's actually curved our fall. So while it's there, I can go ahead and move it using these buttons. The fall is now semi where I want it. Let me go into edit real quick. And I think I'm actually going to rotate fall just a little bit. That looks a little better to me. So the reason I rotated it 2 or 3 degrees is the top of the F and the top of the L, I want it to be a little bit better location in relation to the pumpkin. So I'm happier with that. So now that I'm happy with it, I'll say okay. And we are ready to actually embroider. Now, what you have to remember is the pumpkin is just a scanned image. It's not going to stitch the pumpkin. It's only going to stitch the happy and the fall. So let's get started. And that's how it's going to look once it is stitched out. It's just under 2,400 stitches. It's going to take about 4 minutes. So let's go over to the pumpkin. And press start. Okay, our embroidery is done and our letters look good. We're ready to remove all the stabilizer. Thanks for watching.